Hello everyone, welcome to the channel Unshackling Sudokus and Puzzles. Today's video will be on a classic Sudoku created by Cappleman Lynes. Sam is an excellent Sudoku author from the UK. He is also a very good Sudoku solver. His Sudokus are always challenging and very interesting to solve. He has also authored for Sudoku Grand Prix and many online competitions too, and his Sudokus have excellent solve paths. This Sudoku was part of a puzzle pack published by Sam last year. The puzzle pack had 8 Sudokus, 4 6x6 and 4 9x9, and the Sudokus that were present were Classic, Killer, Little Killer and Group Sum Sudoku. So today's video will be on the Classic Sudoku from the puzzle pack. And before moving to the video, if you haven't checked out our channel, please check out our channel. And if you think that we are really doing a good job, please hit the subscribe button below. We'll really appreciate that. So let us start solving now. The rules are each row, each column and each 3x3 grid will contain the digits from 1 to 9 without any repetition. So with that, let us start solving the grid. Okay, there is a 7 in column 5 and 6 and a 7 in row 4, so there is only one cell left for the 7 here. And suddenly the column 4 is appearing very restricted, 3, 4, 7 and 9 and 1 and 6, so remaining digits must be 2, 5, 8. So you can't have a 2 here, you can't have a 2 here, and that means that 2 immediately goes here. So 1, 2, 4, 7, 3 and 9, 2, 3 and 9, so remaining candidates are 5, 6, 8. So this cell cannot take a 5, so this is 6 and 8. And this can't be 6 and 8, so this is a 5 and this must be a 6 and 8. So let me look at this box. 1, 2, 9, 4 and 7. Remaining digits are 3, 5, 6, 8. You can't have 3 and 5 here, so this is 6, 8. And which means we have a 6, 8 pair in that column. So let us look at that column. 1, 4, 9, 2 and 7. So remaining digits are 3, 5. Okay, you have a 3 here, which means that this is a 5 and this is a 3. And this becomes 8 now and this becomes 5. So 2, 4, 5, 7, 1, 6, 8. So remaining digits are 3 and 9 in box 2. And this cell must be 6 and 8. So we have a very smooth start to the Sudoku. Columns 4, 5 and 6 were quite dense and I focused my attention there. And we got quite a few digits. So the next part is tricky. Where to look at? You can either start by looking at row 2 because it has 5 digits, or row 7, or maybe even columns 2 and column 8 because those are the rows and columns which have quite a lot of givens. Maybe let's look at row 7. 1, 5, 9, 6 and 8. So remaining candidates are 2, 3, 4 and 7. You have 2, 3 here. So this is 4, 7. And this can be 2, 3, 4 and 7. This would be 2 or 4 because there is no 3, 7. And this can also be 2, 3, 4, 7. Okay. So I generally don't write when there are 4 possibilities in a grid unless the Sudoku becomes harder, in which case I start writing the digits. So the one useful information is you can notate 3 to be in one of these cells, right? Maybe that will help us in a later part of the solve. Let's look at column 8. 1, 2, 3, 5. And you also cannot have 5, 6 and 7 here. So this must be, okay, you cannot have 6, 7 and 8. So which means this must be 4 and 9. And this cannot be 4 and 9 and 1, 2, 3 and 5, right? So this must be 6, 7 and 8. Let us look at column 2 now. 1, 3, 5, 7. Remaining digits 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Can't have 6, 8 here. So this is 2, 4, 9. And this would be 2, 6 and 8. And this cannot be 4 and 8, right? So this will be 2, 6 and 9. Seems tricky, guys. Okay, I can place a 5 quickly with the help of Classic. So 5 would go here. Can I place all the 5s? So 5 is in one of these 2 cells. 5 is in one of these 2 cells. And the rest of the 5s have been placed, right? So nothing more can be done with the 5s. Okay, 8 in row 2 and row 3, which means one of these cells will contain an 8. Okay, let's look at row 4. It has 5 digits, 1, 3, 5, 2 and 7. So remaining are 4, 6, 8 and 9. This row cannot contain 6 and 8, so this is 4 and 9. This cannot contain an 8, so this is 4, 6 and 9. So again, a small useful information is 8 is in one of these cells. Okay, if you look at this cell, it has only 3 candidates. It cannot be 2, 3, 5, 7 or 6 and 8. So this must be 1, 4 and 9. Seems to be a tough Sudoku, no doubt. Wow, this is superb, guys. Look at column 5. You have a 6, 8 pair here, right? And I immediately notice that the 8 in column 8 has only 2 options. Row 5 column 8 or row 9 column 8, which means that we have an X-wing pattern of 8s, right? So I'll highlight these cells which are forming that pattern. So these 4 cells, so we know that if 8 is going in this cell, the 8 in column 8 comes here, and if 8 is going in row 9 column 5, the 8 in column 8 goes in this cell, which means that one of these 2 cells would have to be 8 and one of these 2 cells would have to be 8. So this means all these cells cannot take an 8, right? All these cells cannot take an 8 because of the X-wing pattern. So this is an X-wing and we have an X-wing right at the start of the Sudoku. A superb one. So you can eliminate the 8 from this cell. So this becomes 2 and 6. And because of that, if you look at column 2, you'll immediately notice that you have a 2, 4, 6, 9 quadruple. So, or in other words, a simplest way to see is where can the 8 be in this column, right? So 8 has to be here. There's only one cell. Because of this X-wing, 8 got eliminated from this cell and we could place the 8 in column 2. Beautiful, guys. A really nice deduction. So can we place more 8s now? Not really. Okay, let us look at row 2 maybe. 4, 5, 8, 1 and 3. So remaining digits are 2, 6, 7, 9. So all these cells can contain 2, 6, 7, 9. But this cell has only 3 candidates. So this must be 2, 7 and 9. Is that giving us any information? Not much. So it's very certain, guys, that there is not much information in the grid. By information I mean pairs or triplets that are hidden really inside the grid. There is something going on inside these columns which have quite a few givens. Okay, 1 can be placed, right? Classic. So 1 is in row 1 and row 2, so you can place the 1 here. And which means 1 in column 1 has only 2 options, these 2 cells. And 1 in row 9 has only these 2 cells. Three 9, 4 9, 2 4 9. Okay. Wow, just wow, guys. Again we have an X-wing. So let me remove the previous markings. This is a fantastic Sudoku, guys. Fantastic classic Sudoku. So if you look at these 4 cells, we again have an X-wing pattern, guys. Amazing. So earlier we had an X-wing of 8 between these 4 cells. Now we have an X-wing of 6 between these 4 cells. So if you look at column 2 and 5, 6 can go in one of these 2 cells in column 2 and 6 will be in one of these 2 cells in column 5. Which means that either you have the 6 in one of these 2 cells or the 6 in one of these 2 cells. So rest of the cells won't take a 6 in that row. Beautiful, guys. Superb. A classic Sudoku which has not 1 but 2 X-wings right at the start. So all these cells can't take an 8, which means that you can eliminate the 6 from this cell. So this is not a 6. So this is 7, 8. And does that give us any information? Oh, yes, guys, super. So look at where 6 can go, just like we did here. We saw that 8 got eliminated from here and we could place the 8 here. Similarly, 6 got eliminated from here and there is only one cell left for the 6 in this column. So 6 would have to go here, right? This would be a 6. Beautiful, guys. And we can write some candidates here. So this is going to be 7, 8 and 9, right? Awesome Sudoku, guys. So can we do something more with the 6? We can make a corner pencil mark here. 6 will go in one of these cells. So these two cells cannot be 1, 3, 5, 8, 2 and 6. So these two cells must be 4, 7 and 9. Okay, so this cell also must be 2, 7, 9, right? 4, 5, 8, 1 and 3 and 6. So this must be 2, 7, 9. Oh my goodness, we have one more X-Wing, guys. What is Sudoku, guys? I mean, amazing classic Sudoku. Right? I'll just remove the previous, markings. So if you look at these cells now, we have an X-Wing again. Amazing, guys. Superb. So much fun to spot these X-Wings. So if you look at column 2 and column 8, 4 can only be in row 2 column 2, row 7 column 2 and row 2 column 8 and row 7 column 8, which means that we have an X-Wing again, third X-Wing in the Sudoku. So this must hopefully help us do something. So this cell gets eliminated of the 4. I'll highlight and show you all those cells cannot take a 4, right? This cell, this cell, this cell, this cell cannot take a 4 now because 4 is going in these two cells. Which means that this cell is going to be 1, 5, 9, 6 and 8, not a 4. So 2, 3, 4 and this will also be a 2, 3 and I'm sorry, 4 is removed, right? So 1, 5, 9, 6 and 8 and 4. So 2, 3, 7. This is 2, 3, 7 and this is also 2, 3, 7. And there was a 3 corner pencil mark which just got erased. And this cannot be a 4. So this must be 2, 3, 9, right? 4 is eliminated. So this must be 2, 3, 9. So we actually didn't get any digit because of this X-Wing, but it was nice to spot that really because it helped us in removing the 4 pencil mark from these 3 cells. Is there one more X-Wing, guys? I would not be surprised if I see one more X-Wing. This is an amazing Sudoku. Are we missing something simple here? Okay, let us look at this cell. It can't be 1, 2, 5 and 7 and a 6 and 8. So which means this cell must be 3, 4 and 9. So not helping us really, right? I don't think there are any more X-Wings in the Sudoku, guys. I was looking for patterns along these column again, but I'm not sure I'm seeing something here. So let us continue with the classic Sudoku stuff. So 2, 3 cannot be in these cells, 2, 3 cannot go here. So 2, 3 must be here, which means that we can make a corner pencil mark of 3 in these cells. Maybe remove the 6 from here, right? Because we had already utilized the X-Wings there. And this cell, if you look at, this will give us some information. 1, 5, 8, 3, 4 and 6 are ruled out. So this is 2, 7, 9. 6 is ruled out because of the X-Wing between these 4 cells. So this is 2, 7 and 9. Guys, one more X-Wing guys, oh my god. This is one of the best classic Sudokus I've solved in a long time guys. I mean amazing. There is one more classic Sudoku, one more X-Wing. We got a little bit excited. So all these markings can be removed. It's unbelievable creation guys. So look at these cells now. So these 4 cells, this is really an exercise, classic Sudoku exercise in spotting X-Wings. Amazing Sudoku. So these 4 cells, if you look at, 9 can only be in row 3 column 2, row 9 column 2, row 3 column 8 and row 9 column 8, right? So which means that the highlighted cells cannot take a 9, right? All these cells cannot take a 9 because of the X-Wing in columns 2 and column 8, the highlighted cells can be removed of their 9s. Amazing guys, this is the 4th X-Wing. Can you believe? Superb Sudoku. Which means that this is the fastest that we can get a digit if we eliminate 9. So this becomes a 3, right? Which means this becomes a 9 and this is not a 9, right? So let me remove those 9s from those rows. So 9 is not here, 9 is not here, 9 is not in these 2 cells, but there are quite a few possibilities here. So this 9 removes the 9 from here, so this becomes 4-7 pair, so this is not a 4, this is a 2-9. And we have a 2-6-9 triplet here, which means this is a 4, this is a 7, this is 8. Now we have set the Sudoku on fire guys. The 4th X-Wing has finally, I think, brought the Sudoku close to completion. I'm seeing a lot of digits already. So this 8 gives a 6 here, an 8 here, a 6 here, an 8 here. So this is not going to be 8 or 7, so this is a 9, which means this is a 4, and this 3 gives a 2 here, and 9 here, and this would be a 2 and 6, right? So any more digits? So these 2 cells must be 2 and 6, right? They must be 2 and 6. I'll remove the corner pencil mark. And these 2 cells must be 7 and 9. These 2 cells must be 3 and 5. These 2 cells must be 2 and 3. I'm sorry, I've highlighted quite a few cells there. This is not a 7, this is not a 7. I'll remove the 3 from there. Okay, you have a 2 here, which means this becomes a 3. This becomes 2, this becomes 6, this becomes 2, and this 2 gives a 6 here, this 2 again gives a 7 here, a 6 gives a 2 here, and 3, 4, 8, 9, 5, 6 and 7. So these 2 cells must be 1 and 2. Because of the 2, you have the 2 here, a 1 here. Basic classic stuff guys, I'm just racing through them. The 7 here gives a 4 here and a 7 here. 1, 2, 4, 8, 5, 6 and 7. So these 2 cells must be 3 and 9. So, and which means this cell must be a 4 now, right? It can't be 3 and 9, so this must be a 4 and this must be 8. And which means in row 4, we had earlier marked 8 in one of these cells, and this removes the 8 from here, which means this becomes 8 now. And let us look at column 3, 1, 6, 7, 8, 2, 5. So remaining digits are 3, 4, 9, and this is not 4 and 9, which means this is a 3. This becomes 9, this becomes 3, this becomes 4. Because of this 3, we get a 5 here and a 3 here. Let us look at these 3 cells, 2, 5, 7, 3, 4, 8. So they must be 1, 6 and 9. So you can't have 6 and 9 here, so this is 1, which means this cell must be 6, 9, 6, 9. So this cell for row 4 must be 4, 6, 9. 2, 3, 7, 8, 4 and 5. This must be 1, 6, 9 for row 6. And you can't have 4 here because of the 4. And this 4 gives us a 9 here. Superb. So this 9 gives us 7 and a 9 here. This 9 gives us 6 and a 9 here. This will be a 4. This 9 gives a 1. This will be a 6. And these 2 cells must be 5 and 7, right? You have a 7 here. So this is 5 and this is a 7. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 9, 5, 7, 8. And with that, we have completed this superb Sudoku, superb classic Sudoku. I'll give this 10 out of 10 rating. One of the best classic Sudokus that I've solved in a long time, guys. Amazing. There were 4 X-Wings, nothing but X-Wings in the Sudoku that you have to spot. and I think they were concentrated only on a few columns, but not at all easier to spot. And the fourth X-wing really brought the Sudoku to a completion. Hope you guys enjoyed watching me solve this Sudoku as much as I did. I tremendously enjoyed solving this Sudoku. I hope Sam gets to create more of such Sudokus in the future. Although this was created last year, I hope that I get to see more of his Sudokus. So thank you all for watching. Please let us know your thoughts in comments. Take care until we see you again with a video. Bye bye.